Agile Project Management. Introduction. Agile Project Management is an iterative method of carrying out a project over the course of its existence. Multiple iterations or incremental steps toward the completion of a project make up iterative or agile life cycles. Since the benefit of iteration is that you may alter as you go along rather than following a linear path, iterative approaches are widely employed in software development projects to promote velocity and adaptability. Release of benefits throughout the process as opposed to only at the conclusion is one of the goals of an agile or iterative strategy. Agile initiatives should fundamentally embody the ideals and behaviors of empowerment, trust, and adaptability. Topics to be covered in this module. Agile Project Management, what is it? A brief history of Agile? Agile Project Management explained. The 4 tenets of agility. The 12 tenets of Agile Project Management. What advantages does Agile Project Management offer? How to increase agility. Summary. Agile Project Management, what is it? The iterative process of Agile Project Management means that changes may be made in a way that is sensitive to customer feedback at every level of a sprint or product cycle. This makes it possible for project teams to use Agile project management techniques to complete tasks quickly and cooperatively while staying within a project's budget and time constraints. Numerous distinct Agile project management approaches exist today, all of which are based on a common set of Agile principles and core values. However, there isn't just one type of Agile methodology. So, from where did they all originate? A brief history of Agile? The majority of modern Agile project management techniques have their origins in the software industry. When it comes to the manner they needed to work, software teams discovered in the 1990s that the highly organized, heavyweight traditional project management approaches, such as Waterfall, just weren't cutting it. They discovered that these heavyweight approaches had drawbacks that made it more difficult for them to respond to change or absorb what they learned as they worked, such as a lack of flexibility, adaptability, and even autonomy. There was no space for surprise because the project plans were established up front, and deviations may be expensive. But unlike other businesses, such as those that produce the same product on an assembly line, where the process was fixed and the result was dependable and stable, change is a crucial element of software development. Stakeholder requirements could change, or testing might show that something doesn't function properly once it is in the hands of an end user. Agile project management techniques allowed teams to examine such modifications to produce the greatest possible outcome rather than being constrained by the project management strategy they initially specified. They required more iterative development processes, shorter development cycles, known as sprints, and constant testing and feedback in order to do this. Then, in 2001, a group of software developers got together to dive in depth on the idea underlying Agile and explore its fundamental principles. They created the Manifesto for Agile Software Development, a set of ideals and guidelines that would serve as a guide for teams looking to adopt Agile practices. Agile Project Management explained. Don't worry if this all sounds very software development focused. The basic Agile values and Agile project management principles are helpful to many various sorts of teams, from product teams to marketing teams. Many Agile project management approaches were established with software in mind. Understanding the origins of Agile project management, or at least the overview provided above, will help put some of the terms and techniques that still define it in context. We'll be looking at these terms and techniques in more detail when we break down the Agile Manifesto. However, if you're only interested in the present concept of Agile project management and not the history of what it was before, the following description is helpful. Agile project management is a team-based, iterative project management methodology that includes ongoing testing and flexibility. All right? Let's go back to the Agile Manifesto to understand more about the fundamental concepts and tenets that any Agile project should adhere to. The 4 tenets of agility. As was already said, software development was the primary emphasis of the initial Agile project management techniques, and software developers wrote the Agile Manifesto. As a result, it will be used frequently, along with words like developers and customers. However, don't let it limit you. There are many lessons you may apply, regardless of the business you work in, whether you're developing software or something entirely different, like a marketing campaign. Agile comprises 4 essential values, according to the original Agile Manifesto. People and interactions over procedures and equipment. Functional software above thorough documentation. Customer involvement in contract negotiations. Adjusting to change instead of sticking to a plan. All Agile project management methodologies are based on these basic ideals, which also inform the 12 Agile project management principles and accepted working practices. The basic values make it very evident that Agile methodologies are, above all, team and people-driven. This holds true for both the final goods as well as the working procedures. Progress is made through individuals and interactions and customer collaboration, bringing the human aspect front and center. In other words, the objective is to produce something useful that offers the greatest value to the user. The 12 Tenets of Agile Project Management. The Agile Manifesto lists 12 fundamental tenets of Agile project management. They are, in the manifesto's own words: 1. Early and ongoing release of useful software is the top priority in order to satisfy customers. 2. Embrace evolving innovations, including those that come late in the game. Agile methodologies harness change for the benefit of the customer's competitiveness. 3. Deliver functional software on a regular basis, preferably within a few weeks rather than a few months. The 12 Tenets of Agile Project Management. 4. Throughout the project, business people and developers must collaborate every day. 5. Center initiatives on motivated people. Trust them to complete the task and provide them with the environment and assistance they require. 6. Face-to-face communication is the most effective and efficient way to share information with a development team. 7. The main indicator of development is functional software. 8. Agile methods encourage sustainable growth. It should be possible for the sponsors, developers, and users to continue at the same pace indefinitely. 9. Constant focus on technical perfection and smart design increases agility. 10. Simplicity is crucial since it is the skill of minimizing the amount of effort that is done. 11. Self-organizing teams produce the finest architectures, needs, and designs. 12. The team tweaks and modifies its behavior in response to periodic reflections on how to be more effective. When it comes down to it, Agile methods encourage you to deliver iterations of the thing quickly and frequently because it's preferable for the thing to exist in flawed reality as opposed to perfect theory, whether you're referring to actual software or using it as a metaphor for whatever you're creating. Let's call it the thing. These principles have another recurrent thread, right? Align yourself, remain aligned, and collaborate. Everyone involved, including your staff, the business people, other departments, and stakeholders, is subject to this. Agile project management techniques rely heavily on teamwork and solid interpersonal relationships. Be excellent to one another, Bill and/or Ted previously advised. What advantages does Agile project management offer? Agile project management may appear to be just the latest and trendy project management methodologies, but it has shown itself to be more durable than that. This is so that the outcomes may speak for themselves. Agile project management principles have made it possible for teams of all sizes to work more flexibly and iteratively, enabling them to respond quickly to the changing needs of their projects. Here are a few of the advantages of Agile project management that are most frequently mentioned. More flexibility, and less risk. The capacity of Agile methodologies to handle shifting priorities is one of their major advantages. With Agile's iterative methodology and focus on continuous feedback, you can get the data you need before, not after, the development process, enabling the team to make more significant decisions based on actual circumstances, not just anticipated circumstances. Additionally, teams can increase project predictability and lower risk with designated short sprint cycles, improved project visibility, and regular reporting updates. Increased client satisfaction. You may recall that one of the 4 guiding principles of Agile project management is customer collaboration. Well, one of the main advantages of this is that more customer happiness results from increased consumer collaboration. Agile project management approaches put the customer first and urge you to collaborate directly with them, as well as with other stakeholders, to make sure your work genuinely addresses their problems. Additionally, you may get their honest input, in real time, with each iteration of your functioning product because Agile projects regularly involve testing and review with each sprint. Team happiness. Agile teams have greater independence. In other words, they frequently have the freedom to come up with fresh concepts, be creative, and come up with solutions that standard project management approaches might not allow. With that level of accountability, employees are trusted to complete the task and inspired to view themselves as essential team members who can significantly impact the project's financial results. Additionally, putting a focus on cooperation and communication can promote teams that are more open, effective, creative, and, yes, happier. How to increase agility? It may seem too good to be true, yet higher quality outputs, happier clients and users, and boosted team spirit are all possible. However, the truth is that Agile project management won't be a miracle panacea for all of your project management ills. It also is not an island of solitude. Agile methodologies require team support, buy-in, and some very great individuals in order to have this kind of disruptive influence. Therefore, if you're wondering how to become Agile, keep the following in mind. Bring in the appropriate personnel. Agile project management approaches concentrate on selecting top talent and giving them the freedom to perform at their very best. People above procedures is even stated in the Agile core values. That implies that your primary focus should be on finding and employing the best candidates. You'll be halfway there if you find the proper individuals and give them the freedom to use their talent to solve problems rather than mindlessly carry out orders. Summary. At the conclusion of the unit, we were given an introduction to Agile project management. Because Agile project management is an iterative process, it is possible for modifications to be made at every level of a sprint or product cycle in a manner that is responsive to the comments and suggestions provided by customers. The majority of today's Agile project management practices can be traced back to their roots in the software development sector. Understanding the beginnings of Agile project management, or at the very least the summary that was provided above, will assist to place some of the concepts and approaches that continue to define it in their proper context.